Plans to double free childcare for working parents are to be rolled out a year earlier than planned. In some parts of England, mums and dads of 3- and 4-year-olds could be entitled to 30 hours a week from September 2016. Ministers say working families will benefit, but as Catherine Jacob reports, critics are warning the scheme could put the childcare system into meltdown.
Strawberry. Getting parents back to work and their children into childcare. That's the idea behind the government's plan to double the amount of free hours available at nurseries and with childminders for 3- and 4-year-olds. Here at Little Green Rascals in York, they currently provide 15 government-funded hours per child per week. From 2016, in some pilot areas, that will double to 30 hours. But the owner here says the current plan just isn't financially viable.
Unfortunately, when you talk about it at grassroots level, we aren't going to be able to offer those hours because at the point of delivery, they are not funded to the amounts that we actually have to pay out for our staff, for the food, for the activities, for the buildings. We will make a substantial loss. And I just think that it could be, certainly for the smaller nurseries, a point at which they literally are not sustainable.
Under current funding, nurseries get £3.88 per hour per child from the government, but it costs them on average £4.53 per hour per child. That's a shortfall of nearly 20%. Child's play for the Prime Minister at a nursery in Teddington today. The government says up to 600,000 working families will benefit from the plan and says it's worth an extra £2,500 a year to parents. But the Preschool Learning Alliance, which represents 14,000 childcare groups, says the free hours scheme is grossly underfunded.
Well, it's good news that they're prepared to talk and listen now, and they have said that they will look at this funding. But the reality is that just a few months ago, the very same ministers were saying that it was a nonsense to suggest that there was a problem with underfunding within the free entitlement. So I remain sceptical.
The government says it will carry out a consultation on funding and look into increasing rates. Childcare providers say this can't come soon enough. Catherine Jacob, 5 News, York.